Good morning, everybody, and welcome to One Yard Wednesday. Good morning, and welcome to One Yard Wednesday. Thank you for joining us today. We always have lots of really great stuff at a really low price, so I just want to welcome you to our show and introduce you to our producer, Mr. KP. We also have Mr.
Hello,
Shade
hello.
in the room.
We got Shade.
Getting him acclimated to our process.
Say hello, everyone. You'll get to see his face pretty soon.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah. I'm sure they're going to ask lots of questions.
Oh, yes.
How about that? Be sure to like, subscribe, go to our YouTube channel. Also, so you know that Facebook does not keep the live videos after 30 days. So if you guys want to go back and look at this video, which I'm sure you really do want to do that, you will have to go to our YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll get notifications, all that kind of stuff, because we really do have lots of really great fabric at a really low price. And speaking of that, all of our sale prices go live after the show, so you don't have to worry about scrambling and missing the show to get what you want.
Sit back, relax, enjoy yourself.
Absolutely. So let's talk about quilts. What do we have on set today? Well, let's see. This one behind me is called Casonova from Strip Burst Stash, and we'll be talking a little bit more about these when we pull the fabric out. And then, Mr. KP, what do you have behind you?
I have, anybody know? Strip Burst.
Yay, I love that one.
I do too. I think it's such a good name for it.
Yeah.
Just explodes out of there.
Such a fun one. I have a question for you today. So my question for you today is kind of a loaded question. What GE quilt have you always wanted to make but haven't yet?
That's definitely a loaded question.
I know,
Like
because
all
there's
of them?
probably a lot of them. I have always wanted to make Aurora. It's probably, I say this probably every show, one of my favorites. I have the fabric, I have the pattern, I have everything waiting to make. So that is mine. How about you, Toby?
Well, should I tell them what I'm doing?
I
I think I can do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've been telling you guys, and it's been up in the air, that I'm going to make a quilt for a long time. And originally I was going to do supersize Amelie, but now I'm going to do Nova. And
Ooh,
you'll find out why I'm doing Nova. 'Cause
nice.
I just started making some content for you and making some videos, so you'll get to see Mr. KP
I
put
didn't
a
know
quilt
that.
together.
I thought it was the other one, so
I know.
I'm surprised.
There's a reason for Nova too.
All right.
And you'll learn. You'll find out.
Awesome. Yeah, be sure to like all of our social media pages, because that's where we're going to be posting a lot of this stuff. So if you don't want to miss out on that, be sure to do that.
Even I can do it.
Yes. I do have one more really, really important thing to tell you. This week is the last chance to enter our 10-year Stripology giveaway. It's a big, big one. So I wanted to let you know that if you've already registered, you do not have to do it again. But if you haven't, get on our website, go on there, fill your name in there, get entered in, because the drawing happens this week, right? Friday? Thursday, Friday?
Yes, it does.
And you don't want to miss out. You can also get some extra entries if you share it with a friend and refer a friend. So if you know someone who would love this product, because there you get all the rulers, the case, patterns,
Stickers.
I mean, you name it.
Master
you're
Your
getting.
Stripology
Yeah,
book.
I'm loving that.
Pretty
that.
much
So,
anything GE.
yeah. So go ahead and go on the website and register for that. So this is the last push for that.
Right on our front page of the website, there is a banner that says 10 years of Stripology. So you just click on that, and then you'll put you'll put your email in, and then we'll have everything we need.
Okay, well, let's get to what people really want to hear about, which is the fabric this week. So this week I have something fun. It's called Heart and Stars by Andover Fabric. And I just love this. It's so much fun. So go ahead. pull up the, so this one we have is the purple. So all of these fabrics have this same print on them, which I tend to call more of a basic with different colors that go with it. So they all have a white star and, I don't know if you can see that, and a heart to it. Super cute, great fabric to have in your collection. This is the dark purple. And then we have a light purple in here. So this is your light purple. It looks a little more blue on the camera, but it is definitely more of a lighter color.
This is probably a pretty good idea too, Marilyn.
Oh yeah, right. I literally have 1, 2, 3. I bet I have 6 of them sitting on my
Oh my goodness.
that are half started, and yeah, that's the quilter's life. My boyfriend says to me, I don't understand why you just don't finish what you started.
Because you see something new and you
I'm
have
like,
to start
I'm
that.
not inspired by that right now. I'll be inspired by that later. The next one I have is a blue, light blue colors, like a periwinkle almost. Same print, the stars and the hearts in there. And then we have a teal. I love this color. It's much brighter. I think it looks a little dulled down in the camera, but it's definitely a very bright teal color.
Mr. Shade, this is also true. I was worried at the beginning.
Mr. Shade,
This
don't be
comment.
afraid. We ladies don't bite. I don't know. And then we have a like green aqua color, turquoise, which is definitely kind of more leans towards the green, but it is definitely a turquoise color. There's a lot of controversy on whether teals, aquas, and turquoises are the same. And then we move to our pink. This is a bright, like a baby pink almost, but they call it a light pink. And then we go to our other color pink that we have. So this they call regular pink. And I feel like this one has a little purple in it. So kind of leans towards the purple. And then we have red. Very pretty red. It's kind of like a rainbow. And yellow.
I feel like usually the names are much more creative.
Yeah,
than
these
this.
ones are not very creative. Orange. But you can see that we've got this very cute kind of rainbow going on here, which I love. And then we have the light green, or actually they call this yellow green because it leans more towards the yellow. And then we have green.
Regular green.
Regular green. It's more of a Kelly green, I think. But I did something different today, you guys. I made a bag with this. So let me just, it's a quilt as you go bag. Whoops, wrong way. It's just a little bag. I got it from the website. I forgot to bring in the website, but Kobe will put it up. It's called SoCanShe.com. It's a free pattern on her website. It's a quilt as you go log cabin, which I thought was really cool. I love a log cabin. And then I kind of added a pocket inside, so you can see that. So I have a little pocket on the inside. You don't have to do that. That's the nice part about bags, is that you can kind of make it what you want. The pattern called for using the same every other. I wanted to use the different colors in there. So there's a lot of versatility in this bag. So I made a bag, which means I also pulled some of our other bags that we have.
That
in
looks
here.
very beachy and summery to me.
Yes.
I like it.
And it's a nice size. I don't have the exact dimensions of it, but it's kind of like a little purse size, but big enough that you can put a bunch of stuff in there. So if you're looking for something very large to make with this fabric, the Grab and Go tote, I think this is actually another one that's been on my list for a really long time to make, ever since she showed it for the first time. So look at how big this bag is.
My mom's got a few of these and
Yeah.
keeps making them.
Yeah,
Or Kara, you guys might know her as.
They're amazing. They're amazing. So with this one, you could definitely use all the different colors in the patches because there are patches. The bottom, you could pick out a basic to use for the bottom. Now, this has a vinyl on the bottom, so if you want to make it waterproof, you can actually buy a vinyl, or there's actually product that you can make your fabric a vinyl. I cannot remember the name of that, but I know it's out there. And we do have some vinyl if you're looking for that's very pretty. So this is the Grab and Go tote, which I think would be perfect with these really bright, fun. What pattern is it called? The Mod Log Cabin Tote.
Then yes, from So Can She.
She. Yep. The other bag that I wanted to bring out is the Strip to the Beach tote. So there are two versions. Grab and Go is my favorite.
Perfect.
Oh yeah. The Strip to Beach pattern. So this is also a quilt as you go. She has two different sizes. So this is the larger, but again, a really, really big bag that you can take to the beach and do what you want. But what I love is that you have the option to do all the different colors as a strip along, but you also can do it where the base of it is all one. And you can see here that this is also used with vinyl. So you can do a lot of different things with these bags. They're all quilt as you goes. This one has a different stabilizer in it. I used the fusible batting, quilt as you go batting. So this is what I used in my bag. This is awesome. And you guys, you get 5 yards in this package, which is a ton of batting. You could do all kinds of projects with this, and it's a really great deal. So this is what I used as my batting in my bag, but you could use Bolsel, you could use soft and stable, whatever choice you make. It's just more about preference, okay? So those are the bags, and then let's talk a little bit about the projects. So I did a bag project, but I also wanted to show you guys talk about the Strip Burst, which is behind Miss Toby there. And I wanted to give you some options. I picked Strip Burst. My mouth is not working today. What is wrong with me? Because I think the bright colors would work fantastic. It's a great pattern to use basics with. But I also wanted to show you some basics that you could use for the background of either of these projects that I'm going to show you. So we have the grunge black dress, which is a fantastic black. It's a really black, which I think is hard to find sometimes, which would look fantastic on Strip Burst. I also picked out a white because you could use white with these bright colors and they would really pop out, and that's chalk and charcoal white. So chalk and charcoal white has just a little bit of texture to it. You can kind of see that there. But then I picked out canvas whitewash, which is just a white, has a little bit of texture. You can hardly see it, but enough that it'll give the quilt a little bit of movement. But I also wanted to show you these really fun fabrics that I think would be amazing as backgrounds. So writing on the wall, these fabrics are not on the 1 Yard Wednesday sale. I just wanted to show you some options. It has all of these different sayings. It says, my saltwater loving sea sister, intention, imagine more. So there's some really fun motivational sayings on there. You cut this up, it would be so cool in the background of a quilt. And then they also have one in black background with the white writing. And how cool is that? I love that. So they would be great. So Strip Burst is one of them. And then the one behind me called Casonova, that is out of our Strip Your Stash. Can you show the quote behind me, Kobe? Perfect.
Thanks for coming back to this. Somebody asked earlier where it was from.
You Strip Your Stash. And I picked this one because of course, all the bright colors. But you also could use some really fun backgrounds where the whites are located on there. So I think that these two projects would look amazing in any of these fabrics. Do we have any questions?
No questions that I'm seeing, but I'm gonna have to go check this out after the show.
Oh, her Jeep quilt?
That's awesome. I'm super excited to see
Yeah,
it,
we'll
Nancy.
be sharing that for sure.
We'll make sure to get it into show and tell on Friday, or a Friday.
Yeah, he has some pull with the show and tell people.
I can do some things.
Yeah, I think so too. I do want to show two more things. The other two items that I think would work really well are the last two color clubs. So we had black and we had pearl. And if you have these in your collection, you could use any of these or all of these as backgrounds. So don't be afraid to mix up your backgrounds, make it scrappy looking. It really adds some really nice texture to your projects. Or you can go on and order your color club so that you don't miss out on these really fun packages.
I was gonna say the white one just came out, so you can get that one yourself.
Yep. And the black one was just released.
Or should be able to buy singly in the next few weeks.
Yeah. Okay. There's no questions. We're going to go to, I got a notion for you. Okay, I kind of made it pretty simple today. Something that it should be in our sewing rooms, and if it's not, you need to have these. And I actually think you need to have both because there are uses for both of them. So that is the tape measure. I don't know how many times I pulled this out in my sewing room on a regular basis. So there's a 120-inch tape measure and a 60-inch tape measure. I will say that I go to my 120 more just because it does more, but the 60 has its uses depending on what size you want. So this is a must-have. Anybody who sews knows what to do with it. I use this to measure my quilt so I know what to put on backing. Sometimes I use it to measure blocks. There are just so many uses. I am 5'1", so almost every pair of clothing that I own needs to be hemmed, and I use this all the time to do hemming of my pants. So this is our notion of the day, the Super 60, the Quilter's Choice 120. The only difference between the two is the length. Everybody should have one and actually should have multiples because I'm constantly searching for one of these, just like the seam ripper.
I use mine to measure my big muscles.
Actually, that is another use for is doing measurements, but that's no fun. This is way more fun.
I have to use the 120-inch one too.
Oh, yeah. We have got lots of ego going on in this room today. So, okay, perfect. That's our notion for today. Okay, we're out back here just laughing about Kobe. He's just too funny. Okay, so let's review what we have going on. So let's go ahead and review the fabric for today because I love it so much. We have the dark purple, the light purple. Oh, sorry, Kobe, I might go too fast.
You're good.
We have the light blue, the teal, right? The turquoise. We have the light pink, which I feel like is more of a baby pink. But, my opinion matters. And I have the, what's this one? Oh, regular pink. We have a red, the yellow. We have orange. We have light green or yellow green or green yellow.
Yellow green.
Do you know the reason why you could mix those two up?
What?
So you'll see yellow, green, and then green, yellow.
Yeah.
It's the most dominant, like the color on the color wheel that's most dominant in the
Oh,
actual. So
interesting.
like this leans more towards the yellow side, so then the yellow would be.
Really?
Yeah. And we have a regular green.
Regular green.
Regular green. So that's Heart and Stars by Andover Fabrics. And then I have some backgrounds that you could use. Actually, backgrounds, stashings, anything. I always love a black or a really stark white to pop those colors out. So we have canvas whitewash for our whites and our chalk and charcoal white. And the chalk and charcoal has like little like lines through it. It's really hard to see in here. I apologize. But if you're familiar with that, it just has a little bit of texture, but it definitely reads more like a white solid. And then we have the go-to grunge black dress, which is a black in the grunge, always great. And then I had to pick out some really fun options to use with prints. Writing on the wall, this is the white with the black, and there's some fun sayings on there, and I would love to have a quilt that had all of this stuff. And then we also have the black one with the white sayings, and these have just a little bit different, a different texture to it. It also has some different wordings on it. So it's just a little bit different. Now the basics here are not on our One Yard Wednesday sale. So just so you know that. And then I also think if you want to or have this, you could use either one of these Color Club bundles. We have the Loon, which is the black bundle, and we have the Pearl, which is our white bundle, or like more of a creamish gray. And these could be used all together in a quilt. So make it scrappy looking. When you use different colors or different shades of the same color, it really just makes the background way more interesting in your project. And then, of course, I made a bag, which a little bit of background. I have a love-hate relationship with bag making. I love what they look like. I want to make them all the time, but I'm terrible at it. So the fact that I actually made a bag is kind of a miracle in itself, but I thought it turned out really cute.
So it turns out wonderful.
Yeah. It's a quilt as you go, so that's really nice because one of the things about bag making is the finishing of the product tends to be a little bit harder because you have lots of layers to go through. This is done. You're basically putting a little binding on it and attaching your handles on there. So this is from She Can Sew. Do you want to pull that up on the, so there we go. SewCanShe.com. It's a free pattern on her website. It's called Mod Log Cabin Tote. And then I want to point out some of Gudrun's bags that she has. And she's not a bag maker either. So the fact that she actually has bags is kind of nice because she has always said she doesn't like to make bags. But when she makes something, it's fantastic. And it's, look at how large this bag is. This grab and go tote is amazing. You can fit so much in this bag.
It doesn't even do it justice on the camera.
No, I have a hard time like really showing you guys
trying to
what's
show
happening.
the whole thing.
But I like this because you can do all the different colors in here. You could put a single back bottom on here. You could use a vinyl on the bottom to make it waterproof or not. I know there are products that you could use to make your fabric vinyl, or you can buy the fabric actually as a vinyl. And we have some pretty awesome vinyls right now, so take a look at that. Strip to the Beach is another bag pattern. It's a quilt as you go. So again, the nice part is when you're done with it, it's finished. You just have to attach it. Actually, in this one, you attach the handles in the process, so that's even nicer. Another very good size bag that you could use to go to the park, to the beach, however you want. There are two sizes. So this is the large size, and then here is the small size, what you would call a small size. This size uses a single fabric for the bottom, not multiple fabrics. So this is nice where you could actually just use a single fabric on the bottom, and you could use a vinyl or not. So if you don't use a vinyl, it's technically not waterproof. So, and this one uses soft and stable, but I use the fusible batting, and it works awesome. It's a perfect mix. I use it in the handles. I used it in the bag. You get 5 yards, you guys. in this package. I mean, that's a steal for that price. And it's really, really great to use. The actual stick is fantastic. So that's what I used in my projects. 2 more quilts. I have Strip Burst, which is behind Mr. Kobe. See, I can't even say KP. Like I say Mr. thinking I'm going to say KP, and then your name comes out. It's so,
you get the Mr. part.
Yeah, it's so bad. We have Strip Burst. So this one I really loved because it's just so fitting for these bright colors, using that basic background. You don't have to use just a single background. You could use different blacks in the back and make it kind of more scrappy.
Maybe a half and half, black and white would be cool.
Oh,
like
that
the background.
would be cool.
I got ideas.
Yeah, he's got ideas. And then we have Strip Your Stash, which is behind me. It's called Casonova. And that's out of your Strip Your Stash book. And this one here, I loved because of all the bright, but it also has kind of like that log cabin feel. And if you've been sewing for a long period of time, you've either done one of these or this is the type of quilt you did for the first time, which was one of mine. So you could use the white or the black as your background in these parts, or you could pick a color if you wanted to, however it works for you. And then to make it simple, we are talking about our Notion, which is the tape measure. It's a necessity for any sewing room or non-sewing room if you want to use it to measure your muscles, like we have here. And we have it in 2 sizes. We have the 60-inch and the 120. Both should be in your sewing room. I'm just telling you. You should have multiples of these. So, and that's our products for today. What's coming up? What's coming up, Mr. Kobe?
Lots of stuff.
We have, let's see, Happy Friday on the 25th at noon with Gudrun and Mr. HP. Then we're back on Tipsy Tuesday, the 29th, with Gudrun and Mr. HP. And then you're back with me on Wednesday, the 30th. And we have something really exciting next week. So I'm really happy. I'm excited to show you guys that. So again, thank you guys so much for joining us. We have so much fun. I have so much fun planning these shows for you guys, and I hope you have an amazing week.
See you later.